When the creative process meets technology, I think great things can happen. I think the creative results of that, are pretty interesting, and I'd like to think that my work sort of sits at the crossroads. I've always tried to push myself. I'd like to think that with my work, the lexicon I use isn't limited to just the subjects or the situations that I paint. I try to make sure that the medium I use suits the subject matter. So I'm always trying to look for ways to expand on my ideas, to find a better way to articulate my thoughts. And I think with this aluminum process, it works really well. The new work on aluminum has been exciting. Capturing these fleeting moments in metal is an interesting juxtaposition. The permanence of the metal gives it a metaphorical and physical weight that you just can't get with canvas. The work on aluminum was done through anodizing it. I'm not sure if I'm the best person to explain it, but the way that it was explained to me is that you prepare the aluminum by dipping it in a sulfuric acid bath, and then you dip it in an electrified water bath, and this primes the surface of the aluminum to accept dye into it. So when you dip it into an anodization bath, that dye goes directly into the surface of the aluminum and physically alters the composition, so that it captures it in there permanently. It's in there for good. With this process, the spray paint, I'm using it simply as a mask for it. The color of the spray paint is kind of irrelevant. You just put the spray paint on wherever you do not want color, and then after that you can dip it in the bath, and the dye will go into the surface of the aluminum. When you pull it out, then you just strip all the spray paint off. And so, you just take lacquer thinner and it strips the spray paint pretty easy. I really enjoyed the certainty that comes with metal. There's just something about something that heavy, something that has such a presence, something that, has such weight to it. And, like I said, with my subject matter, I mean, because they tend to be these sort of temporary situations, just the idea of kind of putting it into the metal, it almost like validates it. It's like, I don't know, it's kind of like if you dream, well, a day later you don't remember it, but if you write it down, all of a sudden then it becomes a real thing, and you can go back and you can refer to it. And I kind of think of my work in some ways as being like that. You're validating these temporary situations by giving them an image, by giving them a presence, by giving them some place to live on. And with the metal, I think it just reinforces that heaviness of what are otherwise forgotten situations.